So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. That's returnable now for Smith. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
On the counter, it's Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. From the 50, it's Watson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. York able to send this one through. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they showed what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First target, first catch, and a first down. The Lance going to throw. Open man, the tight end Henry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. Lance looks to throw again. And this one's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Lance to throw it. He'll find Hodgins there, complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Lance. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give running right is Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Well, I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Back to throw, Watson. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
He'll air this one out for Mims. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Give to Hall running right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Watson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. Paul on a give up the middle. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Watson now to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. Touchdown! Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 24. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Now a play fake. Lance. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10, and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. All again on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the defense going to use the first